Well, guys, it's time for the biggest review ever, man. It's time for the Nintendo Switch review, guys. So, I just upgraded my lighting just in time, guys. I've noticed how bad the lighting's been recently in these videos, and it's been pissing me off. So, I had some lighting equipment. I already had the stuff in the past, so I was able to set it up, because now we have bright lights in here, man. I think that's kind of important for a good video here. So, guys, it's time to review the Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch is a next generation console produced by Nintendo, and it came out March 3rd, 2017. I did pre-order this. I did buy this day one. It came out in two variants: the gray model you see here, and also the red and blue neon Joy-Con model. The screen part was the same in both consoles, but you did have that. So yeah, it comes with the two Joy-Cons, which are detachable, as you can see. Comes off very easily here. And also, guys, the cool thing about the console is although the Joy-Cons are separated here, it still doesn't mean you can't use it, right? You can still use it. You have a power button right here. You turn that on, and the console still works without the Joy-Cons. The Joy-Cons are actually charged up when you put it on the console. And on the back of the console, you do have a kickstand, so you can put it down like that for all your Nintendo Switch needs. The cool thing about this is you can actually play games like this. As you can see, I am playing a game like this. I'll fire up Zelda quickly here, show you a quick demo here. But as you can see, you can play Zelda while doing this. You don't actually need to use a real controller, because how is this a real controller? But it actually is. But the cool thing is, if you're more of a traditional gamer, which I presume most of you are, it comes with this piece here. This is called the Joy-Con grip. If you want to pay extra, which I never did, you can actually pay extra and get this thing to have a charging feature. But unfortunately, the one that comes to the console is not a charging feature, which means when you plug your Joy-Cons into this thing, it does not charge your Joy-Cons. The only way to charge your Joy-Cons is put it in here or buy third-party peripherals. So that's what you have to do, guys. So I'm playing Zelda right now. And yeah, Zelda is a fantastic game. If there's any game you're going to buy with your Nintendo Switch, it should definitely be Zelda Breath of the Wild. So besides that, you also have something called this thing right here. This is called the console dock. You put your Nintendo Switch in here, and that fires it up on the TV, which improves the graphics slightly. There's not much of a boost. Not as big as a boost I would have liked, but it does have a boost. Comes with two USB ports right here. On the back here is where you plug in your cables. You open up this little compartment. You have a HDMI slot, the AC adapter, which is USB Type-C. You also have a USB port for your peripherals and stuff. But obviously not any peripheral is going to work with Nintendo Switch. You have to have a licensed or unlicensed Nintendo Switch certified product, which means you need Nintendo to sign off on it, or you need somebody to actually make a product specifically for the Nintendo Switch. So yeah, that's just how that works. So obviously, guys, there are a couple games that came out with the console besides Breath of the Wild, but I wouldn't recommend buying them first over Breath of the Wild. You had Super Bomberman R. You had Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is now out. ARMS just came out as well. So you have a couple games like that. You had some eShop games, you have some cool stuff like that, but Breath of the Wild is definitely the game you should be getting. There's also a Pro Controller that came out at launch, but it's $80, so I'm not buying that, nor will I ever fucking buy that. It's actually a horrible deal. I wish Nintendo didn't do that, but unfortunately I did do that. So, you have an SD card slot right there, as you can see. You have some fans, as you can see once again. You have the volume, and you have the power button there on the front there. On the back here, you have the USB Type-C, and also the headphone jack on the back there. And this is what the side looks like. The side is where you plug in the Joy-Con and also charges the Joy-Con there. So, let's take a look at some other cool stuff on here. Here's the, if you want to see the home page, the UI here. Here is the UI page. You have a variety of applications. I downloaded here. Sega 5. Got Just Dance. You have a couple of good, cool games on here, as you can see, hopefully. You have the eShop down here. Let's take a quick peek at the eShop if you wish. You choose your profile. And the reason I have two profiles is the other profile is indeed in Japanese, which means I can access the Japanese eShop because there's no region lock on this console, which is actually very effective at times. So the different applications you can get here is a variety of applications. You have the coming soon here, best sellers, new releases, and enter code, which is your eShop code, which has been here for a long time here. Going back to the homepage here, I think you've seen enough of the eShop. Come on. There we go. Back to my game. So, you also have settings here. You want to see settings quickly. Here you go. Here are your settings. Very cool. You have your controller configuration. You have, what is this? You have an album here. I've actually never, no, I don't want to close the game. Sorry guys, I don't want to close the game. You have news here. Here are your news. It's all in Japanese because I did have a Japanese account on here because I want the eShop games as early as possible. So yeah, guys, I mean, that's the Nintendo Switch. There's obviously more to say. I'm not done reviewing it. But, you know, I don't want to make this review too long. I don't want to waste too much of your time. I do want to just cover the important information and leave some of the details for you to find out on your own. There's another cool thing here. You can also put a micro SD card right there as a micro SD card slot. It took me a long time to even notice that thing, to be honest with you. Just, it's kind of crazy. So this is a $300 console at launch, but if you wait some time, you could probably get a better deal. That's my opinion. I don't know about that for sure, but you probably will get a better deal over time if you just have to be patient. You gotta be patient, though. You definitely gotta be patient about that. But overall, guys, I just wanted to give you a quick review of the Nintendo Switch. I love this Nintendo Switch, guys. Currently in Breath of the Wild, I have over 100 hours in, and I'm actually attempting to 100% the game. I'll tell you what I've done so far. In Breath of the Wild, at the moment, I beat the story mode, beat Ganondorf. It's easy. But I completed every shrine, got the Breath of the Wild clothing. Okay, that's pretty challenging, right? Complete every shrine, right? Got every memory. Dude, that's pretty good. Got Terry Town. Got the Dark Horse. I'm about 25% through the Korok Seeds. That's the current goal. Korok Seeds in the encyclopedia. Those are two things I'm going for. I gotta do some more quests. So I got more progress to make, but I'm 100 hours in. I'm having a blast. So overall, guys, the Nintendo Switch is a console for you. It's a console for me. You really can't go wrong here. I really hope you appreciate the upgraded lighting. I wanted to make sure this video was done right, so I did not want to make this video until I upgraded my lighting and got my lighting ready to go, but I think you can actually see what's going on now. So overall, Nintendo Switch, I have a link down below if you want to buy it. I completely recommend it. I'll give this thing a 9 out of 10. It's a revolutionary console, man. Home console games can now be brought portable on the go. It's revolutionary. I love it, and you should really love it. So really hope you enjoyed that video. I have a link down below if you want to buy it. Once again, thank you.